Nice. Welcome back. We're officially
Oh my
recording.
goodness gracious.
Welcome back to another episode of the SUJOBAE podcast. My name is Joseph Kim,
My name is Matthew Bae.
and I know we said last episode we were going to do a Q&A kind of episode, and you guys have been submitting questions, but unfortunately, Suzie taking her time off with some family, so we'll have that episode later down the road. So we decided to bring in a guest today. Her
Yes,
name
sir.
is Rebecca Kim. Unfortunately, she doesn't have a camera, but I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I'm Rebecca. I went to school with these fools, graduated,
Hey.
and now I moved to Dallas and I'm living the Dallas life.
Dallas. Are you a
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks fan?
Nope. Or I
Oh.
don't follow.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Don't do
It's basketball.
sports.
It's basketball.
Well, I know it's basketball. I just don't,
Oh, okay.
I don't follow the
Okay.
Jeez.
I'm just making sure.
team.
I just want to throw it out there though. Do you remember how you met us, Rebecca? Like back at school?
I remember.
I remember how we met Matt, or more so, he keeps reminding me how we met.
Dude, I was so scared.
Joseph, I don't really remember Joseph.
there's
I feel
not
like
a-
yeah.
There's no distinct moment.
Yeah,
Oh.
it just happened. We just met at some point and then just became friends.
Hmm.
There was no single event.
I know that sophomore year we were like technically neighbors, and that was pretty lit.
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah.
I think I got closer to you during that period than my freshman year.
Wait, sophomore year, your neighbors? Oh, not
Like our
Like,
apartments.
my
we're
bad.
were-
My
like-
bad. Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah.
One block down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she would always make
My-
food.
My experience was different. It was funny because like, you're the one about church, right? We went to church, Rebecca, right?
Yeah, I think it was like your first week.
So it was my first week at church, and like for some reason they like made all the new people stand up, and like I think Joe, you were there. Like they made us all stand up, and we had to like introduce ourselves and like where we're from and like what we're gonna study or whatever, right? And like I was like, oh hi, my name's Matt Bae, and I'm from I'm from Palatine, Illinois, and then because Rebecca's from the same area, and I kind of knew of her from high school, but I didn't really know her. I remember she looked over and she death stared me, and like she
Oh, I
looked
remember
really,
that.
really mad. And but at the time, because I didn't know Rebecca, right? I thought she hated me because I was like, oh shit. But it's just like, she was just looking at me. It wasn't like anything bad, but like she like stared right at me, and I was like, oh my god, I was so scared. I remember that happened, and that was my first ever moment meeting Rebecca.
I think after that, after service, you're like, "Oh, did you go to friend?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then I like walked away.
Yeah. So then I was like, oh shoot, it's over. I messed up. I called my mom crying. No, I'm joking. I didn't do that. But yeah, that was like funny because I like, and then like we got. I don't know how we got close after that. I really don't know.
I don't know. I think it's just like same friend groups.
I think
and all that.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
seeing each other more often.
Yeah.
Because our grades were pretty close earlier on, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just mutual friends. We got
Yeah.
pretty
And then
close.
I would hang out with her in the summer.
Oh
Lol.
yeah. we did.
Yeah. It's good times.
Good time.
Very good times, just us two. And then I would get a text from her boyfriend after. Thank you for taking Rebecca out.
He was bored.
She literally has no life. Thank you. And I'm
Here's
like,
$20 for
it's
your
like
troubles.
it's the most like it's like I took care of someone's kid. You know what I mean? And like I babysat them for a little bit. And like the dad's thanking me later. "Hey, here's $200 for your troubles." Like it's like it was so weird. But it was
Yeah.
good times. Good times.
I like, to be honest, freshman year I was probably closer with your boyfriend than you.
Really?
we would always-
Just do.
We played Pokemon Go like every weekend.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh.
Andrew was like he was our like role model at the time.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I was like big sad because I knew I didn't know he was a senior my freshman year. I didn't know he was gonna graduate.
Oh yeah.
I literally thought he was like a junior or sophomore. Because he
Yeah.
never
Well,
told me his
he
age.
skipped a grade, so he would have been technically a junior, but then
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, so when he like came out saying like he was gonna graduate this semester, I was like, what? Okay. So that was big sad.
Mm.
I was
Wow,
big sad too.
Oh yeah. and then he
Really?
went away.
Yep.
I think I was more sad.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, what one distinct memory I have with Rebecca though. I don't know if you guys remember sophomore or was it? It was sophomore year. We had from the club we go to Cornerstone. We had a Assassins game.
Oh, I
And
do remember this.
we get assigned like targets, and I just like joined, and I wasn't gonna take it really seriously, but I was just gonna like wait until something happened. I got Rebecca as my first target, so I didn't really think much of it. I was
Oh,
just
I
like,
remember.
I'll try and get her sometime. But then literally the day after, she texted me, he's like, "Do you want to come over like grab dinner?" Because like
Yeah, I remember
you like
that.
randomly would do that. So I was like, low key, sure. And then like the day, like an hour before I was going, or an hour before we were supposed to meet, you're like, it would be funny if you were my like assassin, and I was just inviting you to my house. I'm like, well, that would be funny. So I walk in,
I do remember this.
just kill her. I'm just like, sorry.
Mm,
Good times.
Still give me food, please.
very good times. I think for context though, for those games like Assassin, you guys probably all know it and you probably understand. But Assassin basically is like if you decide to join, you're given a random like person that you have to like put water on their back at some form. Like don't like you have to like dump water on them, but you have to get them like throw water at them somehow, splash water on them or whatever. I was gonna say get them wet, but that's not right. But yeah, but yeah, you have to do that, and basically like it's random, and like there's like we designate safe zones. So like church is obviously a safe zone, but then like everywhere else it's free game. So it's pretty fun because it goes on for like
2
a
months.
week or 2 months. Oh yeah, I guess it goes on for like weeks, So it's pretty fun. But yeah, that's what we did in college at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's one of the memories I have of Rebecca.
Mm.
And then the other is probably whenever I went to Palantine to see Matt, and Rebecca's just there.
Oh yeah, you like lived with Matt for like a week. I feel like.
I think if I like add up all the days, it'll be close to like 2 to 3 weeks at least.
Yeah,
probably.
It's close. Yeah, and then like it was you live so close, so it was like convenient. We could just like all get in one car and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
But now we're old. We're at least
I'm old.
2 out of 3 of us are graduated.
Shut up.
She's a grandma now.
2 graduated fools.
And you're also working now, right?
Yes, sir.
TGI Fridays.
How is it?
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna brag. I'm like really good at my job.
Nice.
But because of that, I get a lot more work and a lot more projects because they trust me to carry it out. So right now I've launched what my team does specifically. We handle all of our digital like aspects. So we have virtual brands, like our website is considered digital, like e-commerce, all of that. So since I've come on the team, I've probably launched, I think, 3 brands. I'm going on my 4th probably next month. Probably more than 300 stores total.
Dang.
And then next year, or we just started, but like next year, February, I have to launch our new mobile app. So
mobile app so you can do like orders, like takeout orders.
Yeah, like we have a TGI Fridays app right now, but they want to they're like corporate stuff. They want to redo it basically. And I'm in charge of that project. So once I have that done, I'm quitting.
Nice.
Because then that's all on the resume. You can go somewhere better.
Exactly. That's all I need. That's all I want to learn, and then that's all I need to do.
Then you can get a manager position and work less but make more.
Exactly.
That's the plan right there.
Do you have sights on like a place you want to go to next, or not yet?
For contract reasons, you can't talk about that.
I have industries I want to go into, but not specific companies. Like I want to go into esports or video games.
Oh, let's go.
But
isn't that okay?
But not like I don't have a particular company in mind.
Are you then you're like tasked with, because I know you majored in like CGT, but is that what you're doing, like graphics and stuff?
No, I'm like a product manager.
Oh.
So our product is virtual brands, and I oversee all of that from like onboarding to launch and the
Mm.
support that comes with it. I like manage 2 interns, and they do my little intern stuff for me.
Nice.
How many? How big is your team?
Including our contractor, probably around 8, but it started with 3, just me, my direct manager, and then my manager's boss, which is like our team's director.
Mhm.
And then I got my friend a job early this year. So then like core is probably 4 people, but then we have 3 interns and a contractor that helps us out.
That's a good group. Not too hard to manage communication between all everyone.
Oh yeah, it's really easy, and everyone's
that's pretty simple.
vibe pretty well.
Mhm.
Dope. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I've been to TJ Fridays like once.
Same. Before I started working there, I only went once. But honestly,
what do they sell?
It's like a American diner food.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Fries and
Yeah.
burgers.
like
Okay.
very bar focused.
Oh, bar focus. I understand.
Yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, though, our menu this quarter, if you guys ever go to TJ Fridays, it slaps.
Do I get the discount?
Yeah, what's the discount?
I get $60 every time I go, basically.
Oh,
Dang.
credit? Like every single time you go?
Yeah, well, I have to expense it, and if it's over
Oh, okay.
$60, I like pay out of pocket. But as long as
Okay.
it's under 60, I could just expense it and get the money back.
Oh wait, you can just go. Wait, that's nice.
Yeah.
Free food.
Not bad.
And you can do it through the app.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that marketing right there. Boom. TJ Friday sales. Oh, no, I'm joking.
Dude, not gonna
Actually,
lie.
all
TGI
the
Fridays
roof-
is not the first restaurant I think of when I think of like restaurants.
I think of
Yeah.
Wendy's.
I low-key thought they went out of business.
Yeah, that's what we hear every day. It's because we stopped being on TV, I
Mm.
think, during the pandemic. And so people like they just naturally forget, like, because you still see Applebee's and like Olive Garden and Chili's.
Mhm.
We don't see TGI on TV anymore.
Actually, that's true. I would always see TJ Friday.
Yeah.
We're on
advertisements.
YouTube. We're on
Yeah,
YouTube.
on YouTube. Yeah. Oh,
You
okay.
see the YouTube ads, but like not actual like television or like Super Bowl or anything.
Interesting. So then, how do you like? So how is it working in like how is it different from working in like this job now out of college, like the corporate place? How is it different? Like, do you like it? Do you not like it?
Well, I felt like my experiences in college set me up for doing well in a corporate setting because like in Cornerstone, if the viewers don't know, I was like an admin coordinator. So I kind of was in a management quote unquote position. And then I worked in startups. I worked at like an IT. So I knew how to talk to those folks, which is what I do a lot now too. So I think I was set up pretty well to do well in corporate life. But I know like the friend that I got a job for, like she had trouble adjusting pretty quickly because there's like a way you have to send emails. There's a way you talk to certain teams and certain people in the hierarchy that you interact with. And I think for her, it was a little bit more of adjustment because she had no prior experience with that. But I think like I set myself up well to thrive in that environment pretty quickly.
Yeah, me and Adrian pissing off Rebecca really helped her with patience.
You guys are like my 2 interns.
No, okay, whatever. But yeah, I think I hear that from a lot of people. Like I think working in a club, and especially because like Rebecca, to get more context, Rebecca like managed money. She managed like budgets. She managed schedules. She managed like groups of people. And I think like that like skill is like pretty underrated because it's not like there's no class for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no like GPA or like any like, you know what I mean, like scale
Yeah,
to
there's
follow
no qualitative.
Yeah,
like,
it's very like
It's just a skill-based thing.
it's just a skill thing. Yeah, exactly. So it's very underrated. I think like yeah, that's a big thing that I hear people talk about. But that's cool. So like, did you feel so it was an easy transition? You just felt like you got it right away. You knew like
I think I understood corporate pretty quickly. I mean, there are things that of course I had to learn and get feedback from my boss, but in terms of everything else, like I learned I like to think I'm a quick learner. So I learned a lot of the structure of how the team works and how our business operates pretty quickly. And then I did a lot of support like my first couple months, probably the first 3 months of my job. I was just doing support. So people out in the field, which is like people who work in the restaurants or oversee the restaurants, they would email me saying, hey, I have a problem with this store. Can you look into it? Hey, I want to change my store hours. Can you please change them for me? And I think being in support, you get to understand the nuances of the business, and you get to interact with a lot of different types of people versus if, let's say, you became like a software engineer, like right off the bat after college, as most people from our college do. You're not doing support. You're just doing little changes, attending meetings and reporting to one person. Whereas I report to probably like 4 different people at a time.
What would you say is like your one piece of advice for those in college or maybe like entering the workforce? Like what's one thing that they should like keep in mind that
always say yes, be open to working late, and you have to hustle now so you can relax in your 30s. Because I put in really long hours. Like I was probably working like 10 hours a day and then 6 hours on the weekends every day, making sure things were operating, making sure my bosses looked good, because at the end of the day, that's how you get promotions. That's how you get recognized by leadership, and that's how you gain trust. And I mean, yeah, you get more work in a way, but if you don't have those big projects underneath your belt, by the time you leave the company or inevitably get fired because you're not performing well, you have nothing to show for it in terms of data. So like, I know people are always like, oh, work-life balance though, like at 5 o'clock, I log off and stay off. But like, if you really want to go far in corporate life, the fact of the matter is you're going to have to work until 6, until 7. Like those things happen, not all the time, of course, but you're going to have to put in the hours in order to see the fruits of your labor.
I think that's great advice.
That's
Take
true.
what you can get. Yeah. Take what you can get and do it well.
Always say yes. Even if you don't know how to do it, Google it, like reach out to people who do know it, like find resources where you can do anything that your boss gives you.
Yeah. I think that's something people underestimate. It's like you're not going to get hired from a job with the people expecting you to know how to do everything 100%, but they're more of looking into like how quickly you can pick things up and learn it on the spot. And then and then
there's
it's up
a willingness
to learn.
Someone will always be willing to teach you.
Yeah, it's up to you to learn everything on the spot.
There's like this story I saw like while I was in college. Like this guy was like, he had like a bunch of interns come in from like Microsoft. Is like one of the bigger companies, and like they said they were choosing on who to hire from that group. And he said there was one kid in the back that would just keep writing down everything they were saying, taking notes, asking good questions, and like being attentive. And he chose that guy over all the people that kept answering the questions correctly and thinking that they know everything and like just, saying all the right things. He picked the person that was willing to learn, right? Willing to write it down, willing to like study it rather than just like know everything on the spot. So I think like that's like that advice too. It's like, again, like Joe said, they're not expecting you to know everything. I think I'm learning that too when I'm like doing interviews and like looking for jobs right now. They're not expecting me to know everything. They're just saying, hey, can you work with us? Can you stay at the same pace as us? And are you willing to like rebound quickly, like learn quickly? I think that's like a big thing that I've been seeing. Yeah. So
that's hard though. It's definitely a hustle, because like I feel like a lot of people underplay on how much people value experience, and like Rebecca said, stuff that's under your belt and like things you've accomplished. Some people is like, I went to this company, but you're just sitting there like reading emails and not really doing anything, then no matter how great the company is, you're not going to have any qualifications moving forward.
Yeah, so like you can say you worked at Google and that's cool, but what did you do there? Like, did you actually make stuff? Did you add to their revenue? Did you get a promotion while you were there? Like, if you just sat on your ass and just ate the free snacks that they offer, then you're not gonna get far anywhere in life, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Some people are comfortable just doing that. Because I even read, like, speaking about Google, I read that there's such a big corporation and they have so many little projects going on that you can get away with doing 4 hours of work a week and like you're performing really well. and they'll keep you at the company for a while because you're not a detriment to the company and you're not exactly excelling, but you're maintaining.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, how significant do you want your presence to be in a company? Because like this past summer, I worked at a startup as an intern, and it's like I was not treated as an intern. I was basically just working there because they were short staffed and all their projects needed all the man hours they can get for people to work on. And versus like if I were to go to a huge corporation and I was an intern, like they would care less what I would do, and the work I put out. So it's like, how significant do you want your, position to be? Because I feel like you said, like in Google, they have so many people there that even if one person kind of drops the ball, they're not going to really run behind on anything. Versus like if you're at a smaller company, things could cascade into delays and unfinished projects because you're just not putting up the work. So that's another thing to consider, I guess, going into jobs.
Yeah, I think you learn more at a small to mid-sized company than you would at like a Google or a Microsoft or like an Amazon. Like, I mean, obviously those companies are great and they pay really well. Yeah. But in terms of actual learning, you would learn the most from like a mid-sized company.
I mean, like, I think it's like, I think like we talked about briefly, like the work-life balance. Like, I think how I see it is like, do as much as you can, but like know your role and know yourself too.
Oh yeah.
Like if you are driving yourself like to the ground, right, every day, but you're working so much and you're doing a really good job, but like you want to, you're like dead tired every single day. Like maybe your role, but maybe you don't know like yourself, like your limit, right? Because I think like one thing that I hear is like health is the only thing you have when like towards the end of your life. All you have is health. You can't get it back. You can't get health back. So like if you're like stressing out and working so many hours just trying to get the promotion and you get the promotion, great, but you have to consider like, was it worth it? Are you taking care of yourself? So I think like there's two sides to it, right? But I think how I see it is like know your role and then know yourself.
Yeah.
If you can do it, great. Like I know Rebecca, she can do it, like without a doubt.
She's a machine.
She's a machine. Is it hard for her? Of course. Does she want to do it? No. But like she does it, right? Because I know she can do it. But like it's like trust me, I've seen it firsthand. I've seen her very angry. But what? Never mind. But you know what I mean? Like if you can do it, you can do it. But if you can't, like don't try to like match Rebecca, for example, when you know you can't do it. Then actually you do worse. So I think it's like knowing yourself too. So
yeah, and by when I say like work past 5, I don't mean like you're starting a new project that you want to show your bosses tomorrow. No, it's more like, oh, you take a look at the meetings you have for the next day and you're preparing and like making sure you have all your notes straight so that when your boss asks you questions or asks you for status, you know exactly what to say and how to answer. And it's more like preparing or like your PowerPoint for the next day or making sure, like I do a lot of testing and auditing for like our menus and all that. And I don't like to do it during the day because it just takes too much time. So I like doing it at night, just like put on music, but it's done the next day and people are like expectant of like the timeline moves forward because I'm putting that little bit of work in. So I'm not like starting a new project or like breaking my back over like small stuff. But if you can just help yourself better prepare for the following day, you're gonna look better to your superiors, which honestly at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Because you're a good hardworking person.
I guess so.
All that matters.
What's like it's like we talk a lot about like your work, but like what's like one thing you do to like unwind? Because I feel like you have a pretty busy schedule, and if you were working on the weekends earlier on, what's like one way you like? Because like you gotta have like a self-care day or like something you do. What's like your go-to hobby?
I like what'd you say?
Nothing.
I like cooking. You guys know I have always cooked in college. So I like doing that on the weekends. I've been running a lot because I have another half marathon in October. Nice. That's pretty nice because it's too hot to run outside. So I've been running on a treadmill a lot. And so I take that time to like watch YouTube videos or listen to a podcast. And that's a really fun time. I don't know. My favorite times are honestly like laying on my couch, having something playing on the TV, and I'm just on my phone, like reading articles or like catching up on memes or just on Instagram.
It's the
And just-
best.
Yeah. Like not having like the great thing about graduating college is, I mean, yeah, you have work, but you don't have homework necessarily.
Yeah.
So when you're done with the day, you're done with the day. There's nothing else. You don't have to study for a test or whatever. You're kind of just, you can just relax, which is nice.
Yeah. That's definitely something I think a lot of people look forward to, like getting out of college and doing their own life but with work instead of having homework and exams.
Yeah. And you could do all the hobbies you did in college, but now you're making money and you could put like nice stuff behind those hobbies.
But I heard you get so tired though. Like it's just too tiring to do stuff at night. You just want to like lay on the couch, like for example.
Yeah, that's true. But like I also get a lot of joy from like the other month. I went to this place called Sur La Table, which is like a fancy cookware shop. And I spent like $150 because I can, you know what I mean? And like that itself like inspires me to like maybe spend another extra hour cooking myself a nice meal or like cooking Andrew and I like a good dinner or something. So you'll like, yeah, you're tired, but if you like something enough, you're gonna like allocate time.
Yeah, I remember your boyfriend would just say like, "Oh yeah, like I just buy stuff for no reason."
Yeah,
just because I can't. Like he's like, I have so much useless stuff around my house.
That's literally what.
Yeah.
I think you kind of need that though, because at some point you learn like, yeah, I should stop buying stuff, or like, oh, I should know how to spend money, because like spending money is also a skill. I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Retail therapy.
If you penny pinch everything and just don't know how to use it, it's like, why save so much?
Yeah.
So.
You gotta spend it. You gotta treat yourself.
Yeah. Like, why make money if you're just gonna? That's what some people say.
Yeah. You worked hard for it. You might as well use it.
150 though, that didn't get you a big thing, right? Because it's probably fancy. Cookware is expensive.
She got really nice chopsticks.
You got the pot, but just the lid, right?
I got like 2 cutting boards, like a small knife, a small whisk.
Okay.
I got an apron because I spent $150.
Like, thank you.
Nice. You're keeping our business alive.
Like,
you're the first customer all year.
It's like small little gadgets that I don't use every day, but if I need it like once a month, I'm like, yeah, I got it. Don't worry, everyone.
Cool.
I bet you Rebecca has like a torch. It's like fancy cook.
Oh, I should get one.
That's something
I remember we went to Crate and Barrel one time, and like we were looking at like the nice like
oh yeah, I remember that too.
Those pots you put in the oven. What they called? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
The liquor set.
Yeah, and like but those were like 200.
And guess what? I have one now.
I know. Wow.
She's made it.
But that was a gift, so I didn't have to buy it.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay.
There goes. I just cheered for nothing. Tell me when you buy one, and then I'll cheer.
I'll buy another.
Same color too.
Just flex.
Interesting. You know, it's funny because and this is kind of segueing to our next topic, is that I told people this and they were all like shocked. I don't know why. I like my last year at Purdue, I was so tired after like Fridays, because Fridays like I would have classes all day. I would do like all this like job search stuff, and then I would have like Bible study and I have to leave that, and then afterwards you have to go to boba, right, and then all that stuff. But then I would be so tired, I literally would just like drink wine and just like stare at my computer and like watch YouTube videos. And that was so peaceful. Like that was like my time. But they were like, you drink like afterwards? And I'm like, yeah, because I'm like so like, you know, like tense and like amped up with so many things happening. I'm so frustrated all day. And then I'm so tired. And then I like drink wine, and then I watch like, I don't know, probably some other dude drinking wine. And I just release, and then I just like do that and go to sleep. Like that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
Like almost every Friday. So it's bad. But like,
do you drink to relieve stress, Rebecca?
I do.
I know Matt does.
I do.
Lately, no, because so since I moved here in October, And because I'm sitting on my butt like 9 hours a day, I'm not as active as I was. Well, now I'm beginning to, but so I like gained 20 pounds. So far, I've lost 10.
Nice.
So we're getting back there. But because of that, I don't like drinking on the weekdays, and I'll drink in the week. I'll drink in the weekends if I like see Andrew's family. But I don't leisurely drink a whole lot.
You underestimate the calories from a drink.
Oh yeah, I definitely did though before, up until a couple months ago.
Soju is a lot of calories. You gotta. Soju.
Yeah, and I could demolish like a bottle and a half. So.
Oh, you have high tolerance?
Of course, I've always had a high tolerance.
I know you drank in college too, right? Or at least your roommates did. You always had like seltzers in your mini fridge.
Yeah, I feel like I would socially drink. I didn't drink at college like on my own, I would say. Yeah.
You're not making me look really good right now, guys. You guys gotta help me.
I mean, I didn't care for it that much. Yeah.
No, it's not like I like drank a whole bottle of wine. It's just like I just had a glass, right? Like that's all I did.
Alcoholic, you guys. This is his intervention.
Yeah, Matt, little did you know, this is
welcome to Fixing Matthew Bae one step at a time.
You gotta confront you about something.
Like actually, I stopped drinking like a lot after like college because I realized it's not healthy for you, right?
Yeah,
like
okay.
I did gain weight, and like I didn't like I don't know, my tolerance went down, I feel like. So like it's not that fun for me anymore. So also like I don't drink when my parents, I don't know, that's just weird for me. I don't drink at home.
Oh,
so
really?
No, I mean like we do, but like only during meals. Like I've never really drank with my family ever.
Oh, like I see.
Yeah, we're very just like, I don't know, we do our own thing. So I never really drink. Like we always have like beer and stuff, for in case like we have people over or family over, but I never really drink anymore unless it's like a social aspect or a social gathering. Yeah, I'm not an alcoholic. Just putting that out there.
Do you guys have any like experiences, like speaking of drinking, like any experiences with drinking that you think taught you a lesson or anything like that? Or like,
oh yeah,
do you guys ever hit your tolerance, like get drunk and like black out? I don't know.
Oh man, I feel like I don't get drunk often, but I can get tipsy like more frequently. But yeah, there was like twice in my life where I completely blacked out, and I remember. So last
like you literally woke up and you're in your bed and you don't know.
No, not like not as bad like that. But like I remember last year before I moved down here, my friends were also like going other places, so we celebrated. And my one friend, she was in Milwaukee at the time, and she rented a boat. And we pre-gamed so hard before that. By the time I got on the boat, I was already gone.
Damn.
I remember
where are we
of that night, but I definitely don't remember a lot of it. And at some point, we got kicked out of a bar because I accidentally brought a handle of something in. And then we had to walk back to my friend's place. And I don't really remember that walk. But I don't know. Like, I feel like this is what my brother told me before I went to college. You should reach your limit once with people you trust so you know what that is. And then next time, if you go out, you can like adjust.
Manage it.
Yeah. So now I know. No more truly.
Quantify your limit. You know how much you can take.
Oh, I feel like if I'm in a good mood, I could probably drink a lot. Like it just can't be sugary.
Let's like measure it in like I don't know, like soju, like just so there's reference. How many bottles can you drink?
In a good mood, I could probably drink 2, and like have a beer, and maybe probably that.
That's solid.
I think a good day for me is 1.5 soju.
Yeah.
But it has to be like plain.
Yeah, really? Yeah, it has to be.
Do you not like mixing?
I mix it with beer, but if I'm just doing plain shots, like I can do probably 1.5 bottles, and then at that point I'm like there. I'm like gone, almost gone.
Yeah. I just if I drink a lot of sugar, then I tap out quicker because I feel nauseous. Like
me
I
too.
feel sick.
Me too.
I found out recently. So this summer break, we're still technically on break, but this like maybe 2 months ago, 1.5 months ago, my friends wanted me to go drinking with them, and I never like hit my tolerance before. like I've drank a lot like socially, like you said, and like
Mhm.
especially with family. Like I drink a lot with my family because my mom likes to, she drinks to like relieve stress, and so I always just share a drink with her
Yeah.
because my dad can't drink. But um, so I went out with my friends, and I told them like I've never hit my limit, and they're like,
First mistake.
yeah, no. So they're very determined to make me like
Oh my
like
God.
done that day. So we were like, I don't know, like if you guys do like formalities, like we share each other's addresses and locations, so we figure out how to get each other home through taxi.
Oh, that's smart.
And
I should
then
probably do that.
once we memorize the general area, so we know where to tell the taxi driver to go, so we can like at least make it.
Yeah.
And then we started drinking. And I don't know, like Korean culture is like you never stay in one place and drink.
Oh,
Kind of
really?
like you kind of hop over. So we went to like a total of 3 places, and you don't order like an actual meal, or like the first one you order a meal, but like the ones afterwards you kind of just order side food.
Yeah.
Don't they call them like pochas or whatever?
Hmm?
Like pocha, something like that. Is that what they call it?
I have no idea what they call it. They just said let's move
Alright.
on. So I was just drinking like the normal amount. Like I usually drink a soju with beer, and I could probably take like 1 bottle of each. And I usually stop there because like I'm pretty full. But like no,
yeah.
let's still drink. Let's continue drinking. So like we moved on, and we had makgeolli and like soju, and then I don't know. Like for me,
Like together?
Yeah.
Like you mixed it? Like
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that. Okay, no, I know you can do that. Okay.
But I drink mainly makgeolli because I personally don't like soju that much. But
Yeah.
I think around like we started around like 7, and around like 2 a.m.
Oh my God.
My head like hurt a lot. Like I felt like tipsy and drunk, but I don't know if you guys get like massive headaches because like my head hurt a lot.
I don't get headaches.
No,
I
get a good mood.
I get nauseous if anything.
And then
yeah,
like
I'll puke before I go to bed.
Yeah.
And then
okay.
I don't know what you guys are like when you're drunk because I've never drank with you guys, but I get really quiet. Like I'm the type of person that just doesn't. I'm just like sitting there. So we had a friend come over, who joined us at like 12 to 1, and the seat next to me was empty. So he sat down, but I was just kind of there. I was like, "What's up?" I was just quiet the whole time. And then around 2:30, I was like, "I want to go home." So I just left, and then I like maybe threw up twice.
Oh my God.
On the way back home, but that was like the next day. I was fine though. Like I never experienced the hangover before. Even at that point, I didn't really feel like I was gone, but that was the most I ever drank, and I like felt like I learned my tolerance. I'm like, yep, I know I can't drink more than that, or else I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Wow.
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 I'm trying to think of my story. But actually, I want to do that in Korea though. I do want to try that, like going to different places. I want to do that if I ever visit.
I didn't know it was a thing, or I never really sought out drinking in Korea before. My friends were like, "We should go drinking." So
it's similar to like bar hopping.
I guess, yeah.
It seems
you
the
could
same
do
thing.
it you could do it at Purdue.
Yeah. But don't. I mean, if you really want to, but
dude, you guys hear Cactus is coming back?
I did hear that.
Really?
Yeah.
They brought it. They're bringing it back.
Same like owners or just?
I think so.
Bringing it back.
I think they were just temporarily out because of COVID.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they sold it.
I heard it went out of business.
Oh.
But, I mean, they might have sold. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think of my worst experience. My worst experience was at Purdue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I drank with like Adrian and Ryan and those guys.
Oh, dude,
I remember like the worst part was like I was so gone that like they told me like, "Yo, Matt, like walk straight. We're gonna do like the sobriety test that like police officers do." I couldn't walk straight. I was literally just like I literally was going and then I just or I would just go this way and then everyone would be like, "What?" And I couldn't do it.
It's hard.
I think I was shouting, but to me it was like I was just talking normally.
Oh, that's me.
So I was like, "Hey, I want quesadilla too," or like taco bar or something like that. But then in my head it was just like, "Hey, I want a quesadilla. Can you get me one?" Like, I think I was yelling and I was so out of it. And like, yeah, it was bad. Like I couldn't keep my head up. My head felt like a million pounds. Like I was just like this the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, and then if I did this, it's like I couldn't do it. Like it was
That was
bad.
lucky me too, but I was just like tired.
Yeah.
I just couldn't talk. I was just like,
No, I wasn't tired because I think I'm an extrovert. So like I'm an extrovert, so like I get energy when I'm around people. So I don't never get tired. But my head felt so heavy. I was just like, it was
Yes,
bad.
head.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Excuse me. You lucky your camera's not on.
Yeah, I'm like literally in the dark.
I would have. Yeah.
There's
I
some
feel
walks.
like I get like in like a dancey mood.
Mm.
Dancey, I'm like goofy. That's a good word. Goofy.
Do you like move? Do you like randomly move for no reason?
Yeah, I feel like I'm like swaying. like a piece
Dang.
of kelp.
That's definitely not me.
Like POV of Rebecca.
Yeah, literally.
I have like a phase where I'm like hyper, but then I like die. Just quiet.
I have friends who like run. They'll just like run somewhere.
Oh,
I'm
that's the
like, wait,
worst.
guys. come
That's the
back."
worst.
Oh,
That's actually the
interesting.
worst.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad.
Good times
Yeah,
though.
I don't know about running. If you're gone, you run into a pole or something.
That's true.
I think I'm glad though I don't have Asian glow, or I don't get it as bad as other people.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think that's like a big bonus. It helps a lot. I don't
Yeah.
look real stupid when not stupid, but like I don't look real weird when I.
Yeah.
I get Asian glow for 30 minutes and then it like dies down.
Oh, interesting.
Like I'll be normal, red, and then pale. Like my face will turn whiter, like
Oh.
beyond Asian glow.
I don't think that's.
When we started drinking, I went into the bathroom and my face was pretty red. I was like, oh, but like I only get flushed in the cheeks, like nowhere else.
Yeah, me
So
too. I get flushed
I'll
in the
be-
cheeks. Yeah.
I'll get red, and then if I continue drinking, like usually I stop then because I'm like I look weird, but if I continue drinking, it'll flush out and like my skin will turn not pale, but it's more like a lighter tone. You can't really
Oh,
tell I
interesting.
drank. Like my dad came to pick me up that day, and he was like, "Are you sure you drank? Because you don't like, other than the smell, you don't really look like you drank." So
Oh, I hate the smell.
yeah,
Dude, there's people that wish they had your problem, Joe.
That's true.
They're
yeah.
like, I want anti-Asian glow.
It like goes back on itself. It's like, psych,
Oh,
you're not Asian glow anymore.
Interesting.
But I've
And
never
today-
experienced that.
no Asian glow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Damn. Because
But-
last week I went to Denver with a bunch of
Oh yes.
like our friends that we know,
Mhm.
and like Ryan and Adrian were like purple.
Yeah,
Like
they're so.
they get it really bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time because they're at my place. So they're two friends, Ryan and Adrian, and like Ryan was just sitting on the couch. He's just bright purple.
Yeah,
and, like,
he's-
and he's just
Dude, I
he's
know.
not drunk. He's not drunk. He just
Yeah.
drank, And then my mom comes down. She's like, "You okay, Ryan?" He's like, "Yep, I'm
Dude, that's
good."
that's
Like,
both of them.
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's not even just their face. It's like,
like,
their
turn
whole
red.
body. Like
Their
their
whole
stomachs
body,
are
yeah.
red. It's crazy. Maybe
Dude,
it's
I-
funny.
Yeah.
I remember when they came to Korea and
Yeah.
they drank. Adrian just took a bottle of soju and drank like as if it was a bottle of water. He just drank it all. He just sat on my couch and he had like his shirt halfway up his stomach, so you can see his stomach and it's all red. His arms he's wearing a tank top, so his body's red. And I feel like a little like a little squishy toy at Adrian. I'm like, Adrian, catch. So he's like ready to catch. It went. He grabbed his hand afterwards. I'm like, Adrian, you're done. He's like, no, I'm fine, bro. I'm fine. But
So yeah,
Yeah, right.
our friends, yeah, it's bad.
it's so
Mhm.
bad.
They go the next step. If you think you get red, like go
No.
the next shade. Like
Yeah, they go purple.
go-
They go ultraviolet.
yeah, they go ultraviolet. It's like yeah,
They got the Asian perp.
yeah, like yeah.
They turn
It's like
crimson.
what's that thing? Ultra Instinct? Isn't that like the new DBZ thing?
What? What's that?
What?
Oh, my bad. My bad. All right, my bad.
Okay.
Someone knows. Comment if you know. Um,
I have no idea what that is.
but actually, no, I don't know where I'm going with that.
But
Um,
the bigger question is though, because I feel like drinking, everyone kind of is open to drinking, but we also want to talk about drugs.
mhm.
Sure.
What's your experience?
That's
with
a great
drugs,
way to drop
Rebecca?
it. Drugs.
My experience, I tried it for the first time. It
Yesterday.
was actually I
Yesterday.
can look because I remember I posted like an Instagram.
It was the 5th grade.
No. It was in college for sure.
Specify it.
It was
Ouch.
late 2019.
Oof.
Was my first time.
So that's like 3 years ago.
Yeah. So my friend, she had like an edible, and then we all just split it and just chilled in her apartment. And it was really fun. Like, I don't know. I
Okay.
think because I'm like a very high stress person, that when I take an edible, it really just relaxes me.
You
It's
feel
more
that?
like I don't care for the
Yeah.
high, like I don't care about that
Mm.
sensation, but just relaxes me, and like
Mm.
it puts my mind on other things, and I just get to really chill and sink into my couch. But I don't know, I don't do it often. I probably do like every couple of months because I have some at my place right now,
Mm.
and I just use it purely to like relax and chill.
Mm.
Yeah. I know people, like I have friends who are like, everyone always says like weed is not like addicting, but it's definitely addicting. And I have friends who are like, they do it every day. It's crazy.
Well, that's great. That's expensive, right?
I mean, they get like the dab pens, so it's like a vape.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, they're just willing to spend like $20. So
Okay.
Yeah. I've never personally experienced it, but I know the United States is for some reason like known for like marijuana and like edibles and like drugs. Because like when I went to the military, like one of the top questions I got is like, have you ever smoked marijuana before? Like, because it's so hard to
Korea,
get anywhere
How do you
else,
say that in
especially in
Korean?
Korea. What, temacho?
Oh, okay.
oh, that's what they call it.
That's what they call it.
Yeah,
Oh.
No.
marijuana.
Marijuana.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna.
Y'all racist. I'm just kidding.
You smoke weed?
That's how my mom says it.
Weed?
She says like there's like a grocery store in the Midwest called Mariano's, and she always says, "Why does it smell like Mariano's in here?"
Mariano's.
You smoke weed?
Yeah, but they always ask me if I smoke. Even the executives that ask, like, so like, you know, like jokingly, it's like, you ever smoke weed? I'm like, no.
Hell yeah.
I'm just like, I know people who do, but I personally haven't. Like, that's like labeled boring person, not a American fraud.
No.
We got a default, like a faulty one. Bring in
Yeah.
another one.
Send them back. We don't need them.
But yeah.
Interesting. I personally also haven't. Yeah.
Would you though, Matt?
Wait, what do you mean really? Do I look like someone?
Oh no, because we were talking about it. It just sounded like you have.
No, it's just like, I don't know. I think it's at the time it was like an interesting topic that I think is not like, I feel like I haven't talked about it enough. I'm interested in like people's experiences with it and like what it, because I don't want to be like ignorant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I am ignorant. I've never smoked weed. I know plenty of friends that do, and I've been like invited to, but I never fell through with it. I think for me, it's like it's a more of a moral thing. Like it's to me, it's like I know for at least my experiences with my friends, like they really lose like control of themselves in the moment. And I know everyone has a different reaction when it comes to weed. But I think like for me, I really don't like when I'm not in control. So like, again, like I mentioned before, like there was one time I was drinking and I couldn't walk straight. I've never let that happen again because I didn't like it. You know, like it was fun. Yeah, sure. But like looking back on it, like I don't like that feeling of not being able to like take care of myself at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason why I have never smoked weed and I probably will never, just like is a moral choice. But I know friends that do it and they like swear by it. I know people that done Molly.
Oh yeah.
Like Molly, like when I went to an EDM concert, like all my friends did Molly except me. Because I don't know,
lame.
You suck.
Hey, shut up, Korean man. Anyways,
I can't even get it here, bro. Even if I wanted
but like,
to.
no, because like, you know, apparently when like the lights look crazy when you take Molly or something, I don't know. Like that's like the reason why they wanted to do it. It was like a long time ago. But I never did it, but I heard it's fun. I don't know. I will never experience it probably. I have vaped before.
Oh yeah, that's
but that's like whatever. But it's interesting now, like on that topic, like my friends that do vape, none of them tell me to vape. They say don't do it.
Oh yeah,
it's like
that's
too addicting.
So, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it's like they like if they like Juul or like what's the new thing now? Like
I don't know. I don't follow along.
I don't know. It's something. It's like a thicker tube, whatever. But like it's
Match
like
sticks.
they all tell me. I don't know. They always tell me like yo, man, don't get into this. It's horrible, bro. Like, it's like they're like, I have
Take
to
a
hit
whiff.
it like every 5. I take a hit every like, like 2 minutes. It's like it's bad, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
Dang.
because it's expensive. It's not cheap. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've never smoked it. I've only taken edibles because it's like funny because I'm like, yeah, like weed is a drug, you know?
Mhm.
But for me, if I eat it and consume it, I'm like chilling. But if I were to smoke it, I'm like, no, my lungs.
my health.
I can't perform on my run tomorrow. So that's why I don't like smoking it, because I don't know, I feel like it also dirties up your lungs and all that. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think weed, if you take it with a group of people you like, or even maybe alone. Actually, I wouldn't recommend alone because I feel like you could freak out. But if you take it with a group of people you really trust, I think it's an experience you should have under your belt,
Mhm.
personally.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, if you know that you have like addictive tendencies, then probably not. But
Mhm.
if you're like a quote unquote normal person, I think it's worth trying
Normal
once.
person.
It's worth
Normal
trying
person.
once to know how it feels like. And yeah,
Mhm.
I would never do any other drugs. Like I've had friends who've done cocaine and acid, and I'm like,
Ooh.
I don't want to lose brain cells and melt my body that way.
Mm,
Yeah.
Dang.
yeah, I had a friend from high school. He came up to me. He was like, "Yo, Bae, I gotta tell you, shrooms is amazing."
Oh, yeah.
And then he just whipped it out in front of me. He was like, "You want some?" I was like, I was like, "Wait,
He
this is too
gives you
much."
shiitake mushrooms.
Enoki mushrooms?
Yeah.
Bro,
No, yeah.
put this in
like,
your hot pot. It's banger, bro.
it's fire. No, but then he just whipped it out, and I was like, "Wait," I was like, "This is too fast." So I didn't do it, but like I heard shrooms is a great time. I don't know. I will never know.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, microdosing is a thing to help, I think, combat depression.
Yes, it is medicinal. Is that the word? Yeah.
Medicinal.
What did I say?
I
What did
don't
I say?
know.
You said
didn't say it right.
medicinal.
Medic.
You said medicinal. It's medicinal.
Medic. Yeah, that word. And then I might be high. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I heard like there's a lot of people do it for that reason. So.
Yeah.
There are medical uses, especially like a lot of people justify marijuana as like it's medical, bro. It's like I got prescription.
Yeah, I don't.
They carry it on like the little medical tubes.
Yeah.
Homie,
If
it's
they need
medical.
to tell you it's for medical to justify why they're doing it, it's not for medical.
Yeah.
Like it's the 5th time today, dude. It's medical.
My toes hurt.
I bumped my funny bone yesterday. I need it.
Yeah. Mm.
Do you guys
It is
have any
addicting, though,
strange? Yeah. Do you guys? Speaking of that, do you guys have any strange, like addictions or guilty pleasures, like something that you do every day out of like habit and routine that you think other people don't do?
It's an interesting question.
Yeah, it's my podcast now.
We just got
Addiction.
Is addiction? Oh, like a routine that you do that's maybe different, maybe?
A guilty pleasure.
Yeah, there's something you do like often that you know other people don't do.
Oh, so it's like specific to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have one? No,
I
I don't. I don't know something that unique.
I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like the things I do to relieve stress are like normal things.
It doesn't have to be to relieve stress. It could just be like a habit.
I vacuum very often.
I mean, I do too. I don't think that's strange.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like I
Jill
probably
thinks it's strange.
vacuum
Like-
like 4 times a week.
Maybe if you
Oh, yeah.
don't vacuum, that's a story you can maybe talk about.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I haven't vacuumed for like 10 months.
I don't wipe my ass. Like, that'd be a little strange.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
I don't know.
I feel like maybe because how I grew up,
Mhm.
but not I don't argue with Andrew about this, but we'll like quote unquote bicker about it. Like
Mhm.
Andrew's family, he grew up pretty well, upper middle class.
Mhm.
And so for him, they like throw out a lot of things often. But for me, even if it's like 1/4 of a little crumb, I'm like, Andrew, put it in a container. We can save it. I'll eat it later. I'll eat it tomorrow. Like I have a
Trust me,
Costco,
yeah.
like I have a leftover Costco pizza in my fridge that's probably like 4 months old. But I'm like, I'm gonna need it one day. I'm gonna have to eat it one day. It's gonna come in handy.
air fry real quick.
Yeah.
I like put in like half drink water bottle, halfway water bottles in my fridge all the time, and I can never finish one.
I hate that.
Yeah, I'm just like very frugal in that
Mm.
sense for some reason.
Just with food?
Yeah, I feel like it's always with food. Yeah.
Are you the type to go like if somebody's gonna throw away their food, like you would say like, "Oh, I
I'll
can take it."
No, I'm not like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's like
I think that would be like, what would be like?
like I made
crazy.
tteokbokki today,
Mhm.
and if there were only like onions left and just like this like the soup part, like people would just throw it away, right? Because there's nothing else
Yeah.
in there. But I'm like, no, save it. I can use it tomorrow.
Dang.
Trust me, I can use it tomorrow.
Yeah, like I could eat with rice. Don't worry.
Interesting.
Dang.
Oh, I have a weird one. This is gonna expose me. But when I sleep, I like something like weighted over my eyes.
Oh.
I don't know why. So
Like, do you,
I have
like,
this
put your
walrus.
You put like your phone on your eye?
So I have this walrus,
Oh,
and
You
like
put that
I
over
like
your
place
eyes?
it over my eyes, and it's like comforting.
interesting. I think they say you have like a weighted blanket. I'm like, I don't think
That's
Actually,
I have
now
normal.
that I'm thinking about it, I think I should get a weighted blanket. I think it's
Yeah.
like comforts me more.
I have
like,
one and it's pretty nice.
Okay, it's
Mm.
expensive though, right?
You could probably find like no, I feel like they're like less than 100.
Okay, but yeah, like I like things like weighted when I sleep. Like I don't know, it makes me feel comfortable. I think that's not weird, but like I don't know, for my eyes especially, if I feel really like comfortable.
Oh, the eyes part is weird. Do you get like hot in the morning when you wake up?
I do.
Depends. Like so, my room is the worst ventilated room in this whole house.
Oh,
It's either the warmest room or the coldest room. There's like no in between.
Yeah.
So like right now, yeah, I do wake up pretty hot.
Matt's eyes are just sweating in the morning.
Sheesh.
No, but when I wake up,
Salty.
like it's like I think my I like shake it off, but you know what I mean. But like in the like it's that's why I wake up warm. 'Cause, yeah.
Your turn, Joe.
I don't know. I think weird habit. I don't know if people do this. I do it a lot more in Korea, but I also do it when I'm by myself in America as well. I kind of like I like living at home with nothing on but boxers. Like no
That's
pants,
not weird.
no
That's
pants, no
not
shirt.
weird.
For guys, that's not weird. I feel like that's pretty normal.
Even for
Like-
girls, I would say that's not weird.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if it's weird. None of my family members do it except me. Like I'll eat shirtless and pantless.
Wait,
Oh, well.
actually, in front of your family, that is kind of weird.
Oh really?
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
My
Because I
family
could have
don't care.
never. Oh, because I can never. Maybe because you have another brother, but
Mm.
because like my family is like a brother and a sister. Like if my brother did that, I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? put at least a shirt on or something."
Like Jesus.
I mean, like I feel like I do more during the summer because it's like hot out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know something weird.
In like I don't wear like I used to be that way. Like I would wear like nothing but like my boxers and just like walk around because it's an all boy family, or except my mom. Like, but now it's like I have to wear a shirt at least
Oh, interesting.
because I think I got used to it like doing that in college, and then like I don't know. I just like I guess you're more aware now when you're older. Like you're more conscious of like how you look. So
I would like do the opposite. If anything, I'll put pants on, not shirt.
I think most people are like that because I think for me it's like my thought process is that like I like expel more heat if like my legs are free because they're longer. I guess I don't know, but like it's more comfortable for me. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know other weird habits that I would have that other people don't do. I'm pretty sure if someone just observed my life, there would be something they would point out. But in my head, everything I do is normal. I guarantee there's probably something out there that
Joe, are you wearing pants right now?
no comment.
He's
I-
wearing
got him.
underwear.
I am wearing pants.
Yeah.
I'm wearing pants.
We got him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I also live very differently in America and Korea. Like my lifestyle's very
Oh.
different.
That's
Probably.
interesting
So
because I don't think any of us have that experience, like living two different lifestyles, two different cultures. I guess.
yeah,
We'll put it
it's
that
like
way.
one's like also like it's Korea plus family, plus like smaller living conditions, and
Mhm.
like the fact that it's a different country versus
Yeah.
like America's like America, everything that comes with the USA. It's college, it's school, it's like where friends are. So it's like it's
Yeah, yeah.
different. So
Mm.
yeah,
Interesting. Interesting.
yeah. I like switch modes on and off.
Mm.
Korean
Mm.
mode, US mode.
Mm,
Mm.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I never realized that's like or at least not until recently, like that's something unique that I have to do because it's always been a normal thing for me. But some people just live one life. So
Mm.
yeah.
I think like speaking of like the different lives, like I remember like when I did like an internship thing a year ago, and like this is kind of like off topic, but like you know how you mentioned how like when you're in the army, a lot of people ask you like, oh, have you smoked weed?
Mhm.
Have you smoked weed? For me, every time I was in a call with people outside the United States, they were like, was there a school shooting next to you? Like, was there a school like, do you have a gun? Do you own a gun? Do you own a gun? Like, how
Yeah.
many guns do you own? And I'm like, zero. Like, every time I'm like, oh, no. So, like, it's interesting. Like, the differences
Yeah.
culturally.
It's like
yeah.
if you only observe a country outside of the country, you
Yeah.
ask everything that's stereotypically related. Like it's the same thing with whoever comes to Korea, and I know they're new to Korea. They always is like, oh, are things like K-drama, you know, is the food like everything you see on Instagram?
Yeah.
Are you drinking soju every day? Like, no.
Yes to the last one, but
I'm living my life as if it's normal, and then you know I'll partake in the things that are you know stereotypically related to being Korean, but not every day. Like I wake up, eat, sleep. You know, it's just life. So
So you're telling me when it's raining, there's not a cute girl that comes and puts an umbrella over your head when you're walking in
nah, man, I wish.
Darn.
Not recently. No,
Darn.
I don't know if you guys saw. Korea had a massive flooding
Oh
like
yeah, I
2 days
saw.
ago.
Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah,
It was
no, like it
cars
was
were
enough.
like covered.
The cars
Oh
were
wait,
just,
no, never mind. I saw that.
cars were just floating in water.
Yeah.
So the sewage system like didn't.
It's not
wasn't-
the sewage system. It's that
Oh.
Korea every summer. So to like explain, every summer Korea has what's called monsoon season. It's like
Yeah.
any Eastern Asian country has it. It's where we just
Yeah.
have periods of long rain. But this year, like it's probably because of global warming, but Korea had the most rain it had since like 1920 or something like that. And the way Korea, the landscape of Korea is built is like the middle of Seoul or like towards Gangnam, south of the river. The land is like naturally deeper, or it's like it's lower.
Like kind of
So-
funneled. So kind of
Yeah,
funneled.
kind of funneled.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the runoff will just all pile up there. So like it's not like a failure of like sewage system or draining. It's like because that's also located next to the river, so the river would like obviously overflow, but that's like a normal amount plus all the rain that's accumulating naturally underground. I guess it just piles up, and then that'll build up. But this was like pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, we were just like intersections were just closed off. So
Wow.
I saw it on the news. I wasn't going out about it. I was just kind of staying home all day, but yeah, it was raining for like 3 solid days, like nonstop.
You can go swimming.
Dude, literally you can't like you wouldn't be able to stand. The water would go up to like your shoulders. Like it was
Wow.
deep.
It's like
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was deep.
That's
So,
crazy.
there's like 9 people who reportedly who unfortunately died because of it.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's pretty big. But that's just I guess part of the world's cycle of life.
climate change.
Save them trees.
Yeah. Well, how are we on time?
We are approaching the end on
Yes, sir.
our episode. Matt, did you have a question you want to ask? Because
A fun question.
Yeah, we usually end the podcast with a fun question.
Hmm.
Spoiler alert:
question.
Rebecca has not been listening to our podcast, so she's new to everything. But
She's
now
a
she'll
fake-
listen. Now she'll
She's
listen.
a fake, true, real, fake friend. But fun
I feel like
question.
I want to ask though. You can think of a question. I want to ask Rebecca. How did you come up with the thing about Hokage? Because like I don't know if you guys know. For me and Matt, at least, Rebecca always insists us on calling her Hokage. I think ever ever since it became a thing. But
You just like the word.
I have no idea where it came from.
I think one of you guys just called me it, and then I just played around with it. That was it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
really?
remember. Yeah, because like I remember we said it, and then like she was like, "Oh, that sounds cool," and then we explained it to her, and then she's like, "Dope, you gotta call me Hokage."
All right, never mind.
Yeah, nothing to explain there.
We also called her like Supreme Ruler,
Supreme Ruler.
but like the
Oh,
reason,
yeah.
but like there's a different meaning. But yeah, there's.
We also make fun of her because Rebecca's literally, if you ever meet Rebecca in real life or know her,
We'll have a picture.
she's the most guy-like girl I know. She's
All right,
basically
All right,
a
calm down.
boy. Her habits don't match up with her gender.
I'm a girl who can do both. All right.
All right.
She's what was it? Multi-talented. Like
Yeah, I can glam up, but I mostly glam down.
we would always do that thing whenever we like she would like dress up for like a formal event. We'll be like, "Who are you?"
You put on makeup? What?
Like, who are you? Are you sure? Keep stalling.
Oh.
How's I don't know. What's top one recommended menu from TGI Fridays?
Ooh, let me bring up our menu. Actually, our sliders are
Everything.
really good.
Yeah.
It's a really good drunk food and a good shareable, but those are pretty fire.
What's like your go-to whenever you go? I assume you go.
Yeah, I go often just because of the nature of the work.
Mhm.
I don't know, because I'm like being healthy, I get our chopped salad a lot, which is really popular, or it's like our Cobb salad.
Mm.
And that's pretty
Cobb.
good.
Cobb.
COBB. Let me just pull up our menu.
TGI Fridays.
Oh, there's this
Everything.
thing called the sizzling. It's like a sizzling. Let me find it.
Just
the
sizzling.
crispy glaze flat iron steak. That one's really popular.
Ooh.
It's really good.
Steak.
It's one of the better stuff. People really like our pasta, but I'm not a big pasta person.
I love pasta.
So you should get it. It's literally our #1 bestseller.
For real?
Yeah, it makes us like a lot of money a year.
Matt's looking up Uber Eats right now. TGI Fridays.
Probably close by now.
There's one in Schaumburg.
Yeah, it's still there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a question. I have a boring one, but
it's okay.
If you can choose like one occupation and money's not the problem, what would it be? Like, what job would you have?
Oh, but all my needs are taken care of.
Yeah, so like money, you don't have to worry about it. Just whatever job you want. What is it?
Ooh, my first instinct was to say mom.
Oh,
like a little wholesome.
Andrew, take notes, Andrew.
But
that doesn't sound like Rebecca.
I don't know, something really cool and creative. Like, I really want to be a CEO one day, and I think I'll get there by like 35.
Let's go.
So like any really high up position where people have to report to me, and like I am the apex, like I am the top. That would be pretty sick. But I think that's like a very normal desire.
Aren't you already the apex in your relationship? Like, well, what more do you need?
No, it's like a 60-40.
That's still more.
Okay.
No, it's like a 60-60. You put in more.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
How about you, Joe?
I don't know. Like, my instinct was like, if money's paid, man, I ain't working. But
that's true.
I've always wanted to like make stuff. Like I'm very interested in Formula One these days.
Oh, yeah,
like if I could be team owner for like a car company and like host games or like sponsor sports, and especially like motorsports, or like other sports is fine too, like, and enjoy where my money's going, and having it help support other things, and making new cars, making new teams, stuff like that. But I think similar to Rebecca, like being an owner of a company and being in a position where I can help sponsor things and enjoy my
Yeah.
wealth with minimal work. But also like being smart enough to understand what everything that's going on and not be like a dumb CEO.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like the question is supposed to be like, I want to be a police officer, or I want to play
day and
esports or something like that.
Too
But
much controversy in the police department right now. For me, it's an actor.
Oh, that's a good choice.
I want to be an actor, and I told a lot of people this already, and they've all told me like I should give up on that dream. But but haters are motivators. That's what they always say. But yeah, I want to be an actor. I want to do like K-dramas or whatever. I want to do something. I think that'd be so fun.
That's a
like,
good answer.
I like
Just
how your
like-
first go-to is like K-dramas and not like
No, because I
blockbuster
want to
movies.
be the funny guy, the funny lead. Like I
You
don't
should-
get the girl or
You
whatever.
should try stand up.
The funny dude, stand up.
Stand up's hard. I heard it's hard, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but
like,
I mean, you practice and you get better.
yeah, that's true.
That's how
you
you
get
earn
noticed.
comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get noticed, and then yeah, but like I would be an actor. That would be my dream. Like if don't have to worry about money, don't have to worry about anything, be an actor.
The only thing I have with actors, like, if you enjoy doing it, that's fine. But what if like no one else is enjoying what I'm doing as an actor? It's like I'll have all the money in the world and I'll be like fine in terms of life, but the social pressure of like delivering, I think it will get to me. Like
Basically, Matt wants to be Tom Holland.
What do you mean? What do you mean wants to be?
Chalamet.
No, I want to be Wong from
Wow.
Marvel.
Marvel?
Yeah, I want to be Wong, dude.
Dude,
What's that
you-
guy's name? Oh, what's his name?
Benedict Wong
Benedict Wong.
From what
Yeah.
movie?
All the
from
movies.
Doctor Strange.
Oh, I don't
The
follow
Asian guy?
Marvel all that much.
Really?
Yeah, Benedict Wong. That's his name.
No, but I want to be like I would want to be like a
The funny side, like Ned.
the funny lead, like the funny lead. I think that would be fun for me. Because like it's like a likable character, right? For the most part. So I wouldn't want to be like a villain.
The thing is though, like I feel like for a funny leads, it's like once you like score a funny lead in a certain movie, that's all you're gonna be hired for.
Yeah, exactly. So like if
Yeah.
I score a funny lead, like not funny, but I score like a villain lead, then I have to be a villain for all my.
No,
but,
but
like,
like
Villains have depth, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
the
No,
other
but I
main
heard
character.
if you stick with villains, like that's your brand. It becomes your brand. It's not
But
that
you
you're
become-
good at it. It's your brand.
But you become like the antagonist of any genre, though. You can be like the
yeah,
criminal.
that's true.
You can be the hitman. Like, but like funny side characters, like in any movie, a funny side character is a funny side character. Like,
yeah,
just,
you're
like-
either Adam Sandler or you're like Jacob Elordi who's in
But I mean, like,
Euphoria.
but like, I don't need like that, like spotlight. Like
Mm.
I just want to act, right? I don't need like all
Oh,
the
I
fame or like
you
that,
can
like
you
big,
can
like
go the Kevin Hart route.
yeah. I
starting
don't need to
comedy.
be in all the interviews, and like the front cover for all I care. It's like I just want to be the funny like actor. That's what I want to do.
Nice. I didn't expect that, but that's an interesting
Good answer.
answer. Yeah.
Thank you.
If you want to help Matt become a comedian,
No, just help me get a job first, and then we'll talk about comedian later.
maybe you should start out as a comedian and then you'll get a job.
Yeah, maybe. But that
Dope.
wraps it up.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you,
Rebecca, for
Rebecca.
coming. This was
Thank you,
very
Mr.
short
Kim.
notice, I feel like.
Mr.
'Cause-
Kim.
It's okay. Used to short notices.
She's treating us like
Hey.
work.
It's just like, this
I
is on my
literally-
schedule.
It's kind of
I literally put
pissing me
you guys
off.
off my schedule.
It's
like-
kind of pissing me off. I don't know.
It's like I could
if I don't have it on my calendar, I
No,
forget. So I put you guys on my calendar.
No, I swear on my calendar it said podcast recording.
it's like I could be eating edibles right now, or I could be running, I could be cooking,
Nah,
but
Nah, she'd be on her phone on the couch.
you
I
can looking at,
will,
at memes.
of
Yes, sir.
course.
But if you guys listened this far, thank you. Give some love to Rebecca because she's stressed. But
I'm depressed.
Have you guys ever done this? Like, if you've listened this far,
mhm.
put a coconut emoji in the
Oh,
comments.
bet. That's
What?
yo. Look at this work experience coming through.
Guys,
That's
I did
marketing.
8 episodes of a podcast too. I know my stuff.
That is true.
Hey, if you
That is
listen this
true.
far, put a coconut emoji, and we'll know.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can
know,
put it on
know.
Spot. You know what? I'll put a poll on Spotify so you can answer with the coconut emoji. So YouTube
you
or
go.
Spotify, coconut emoji, and we'll know you're a real one.
Exactly.
I think the next
Or you have
episode.
no life. 1 to 2.
The next episode is most likely going to be the Q&A. No guarantees, but we're going to try for it. So keep submitting questions. If you haven't, just look at one of the social media pages below. Make sure you give us a like and subscribe. And until the next episode, we'll see y'all later.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Peace out.